I'd like to help you get back on your feet. Or if you're struggling to just find momentum with a goal, taking action on something, I want to give you my 2 cents, which personally helps me, and I really hope it will help you too. So I want you to take the motto away, or the phrase, whatever you want to call it, that says, and this is you telling yourself, make it so easy you can't say no. Make it so easy you can't say no. Now, this is in reference to getting back on your feet and taking action. But what this means is making the first step so easy, it's hard for you to say no to that step. And let's look at this contextually. Let's say your goal is to get back to the gym. And it's been a few months, a few weeks, whatever the time frame. And you're really struggling. It's such an effort right now to get there, essentially. And a lot of the time, this is usually because you're thinking about you're thinking about being in the gym and lifting the weights and doing the class and actually there. But more often than not, that's thinking too far down the road, because when you think that far, it's quite overwhelming because you see too many steps ahead. So making it so easy you can't say no now brings your brain to, okay, what is the thing that I have to do? What's the first step? Okay, so the first step, what does it look like making it so easy I can't say no? It's just putting my shoes on. And that sounds like, is that it? You put your shoes on, do your laces. Okay, that wasn't so bad. What's my next step? Okay, maybe it is filling up my water bottle. Cool, that's my next step. When you do this, when you make the first step incredibly easy, so you don't say no, it creates further discipline for more steps thereafter. Now, I think it's the law of inertia, or Newton's first law, that says objects at rest will tend to stay at rest, and objects in motion will tend to stay in motion when they're in motion, or something along those lines. Essentially, this means when you're in a position of, I don't want to do this thing, it's hard to find momentum to get up and do it. We're not objects, of course, but objects at rest stay at rest. This is why when you're sitting on the sofa, not taking the steps to the gym, it becomes harder and harder. The minutes go on, and in the end, an hour has passed, you're like, I'm not doing it. I can't be bothered now. But if you flip it, objects in motion tend to stay in motion. This is the thing. Once you're in motion, once you've taken that first step, that first leap, you'll build momentum. You'll build more motion. You've done the shoes. Cool, that's created motion to then do the next step. Fill the water bottle up. Okay, while I'm flowing now, where's the keys? Lock the door. Get in the car. Then when you're in the gym, and you know this, once you're doing something, it's so much easier when you're there to get there in the first place, right? Let's use another example. Let's say you are wanting to start a project of some sort. And at the minute you're doubting yourself. I can't do it. I don't have the skills. I don't have the capacity. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to start. Again, usually we're thinking of the actual project and in the weeds of it. But if you just think, okay, the phrase, make it so easy I can't say no. What's the first thing that I can do? Okay, well, let me grab a piece of paper. What's the date? What's the date? Put the date down. Put my name in the corner. These are steps. Again, you're making it so easy you can't say no. This is the first step. Date, name. What's the name of the project? Write that down. What's the first line? And here's a little tip for you. If you're struggling to write or get the gears going, Ernest Hemingway has a phrase for writers that he says, just write one true sentence to get started. And I'll tell you what, more often than not, it works like a gem. All you're doing is writing something you know, right? I thought I'd throw that in there today. So you're writing a project. Okay, write one true sentence. The project I want to work on is a passion of mine. I want to figure out how to get farming back to a good place. Full stop. That's your first action. Nothing intense, nothing complicated. And once again, what this does to your brain is sparks more momentum, sparks more energy to then write the next line. Obviously, I don't know what the project is, but you're catching my drift here. Then when you're in motion, what happens? Momentum is going forward for you. Instead of you stuck there and thinking, I don't know where to begin, and then never begin. The trick is to just get going. And when you say to yourself, make it so easy, I can't say no, That allows you to focus on the first, simplest step. And like I said, those steps will then lead to more steps. Then you're building momentum. It's just the hardest part is that beginning part, right? So to get back on your feet, make the first step so easy, you can't say no. And I promise you, you'll gather momentum, you'll gather acceleration, and then with that, you're moving forward. And then you're working on the thing. Keep doing that. Weeks go by, months go by, and you're flowing. You're in it. And you're getting to where you want to be, essentially. So thanks for your time. I hope that was helpful. And remember, make it so easy, you can't say no.